Well, NFL Week 8 picks. And by the way, I got the old school Bengals shirt on today. Anyway, I know I'm a little late again. It seems like I'm always running late recently. I'm sorry, guys, but I'm trying to get better at it. I'm still getting over this cold. I don't sound near as bad as I did last week, of course, but holy shit, man. Get your flu shot, get your vaccines, get your vitamins, get whatever the hell you need to get. I don't know. Anyway, tonight's game, Tampa Bay is a 2-point favorite at home against Baltimore. Well, Baltimore coming off a narrowly escaped victory against the Browns, and the Tampa Bay coming off two horrible losses. I mean, horrible losses to the Steelers and the Panthers. Really? 18-point loss to the Panthers? Wow. I don't know. Tom Brady is just not finding his groove right now. Something's going on with Tampa Bay. I don't even think it's so much Tom Brady. I think it's the team. I mean, the fun fact is, ladies and gentlemen, Tom Brady's getting old. He's 45 years old. You know, I think his wife is creating a lot of chaos in his life right now. I heard that she's threatening to leave him, you know, all this other shit. So I think that's playing in his mind a little bit. But either way, Tampa Bay, you feel like this is a must-win for him. And trust me, I want Tampa Bay to win this game. I really do. But I'm going with my gut. I'm taking Tampa Bay tonight at home because it's a must-win for them. Sunday, 8:30 a.m. at London. Jacksonville, 2.5-point favorite against Denver. If you're going to put teams over in London, put a good matchup over there. No one cares about these freaking teams. Anyway, that being said, I like Jacksonville. I don't know why, but I know Russell Wilson. I don't know if he's coming back this week. Jacksonville is mediocre, but both these teams are in rebuilding. Take Jacksonville. Atlanta at home getting 4 points, 4-point favorite over Carolina. Carolina coming off that upsetting win against Tampa Bay. They looked good last week. Atlanta coming off that bad loss to Cincinnati. Sorry, had to. I like Atlanta at home to rebound. Just because. I don't know why. Just because. Marcus Mariota. I mean, he's not the future, but I think he'll get it done this time. Dallas, 9.5-point favorite at home against the Bears. Hey, the Bears actually played good last week, or on Monday night. They played really well. Dallas is 9.5-point favorite. I know the Dak attack is back. He looked a little rusty, but it's his first game back, so that's to be expected. Fortunately, they were playing the Lions. But I'll tell you right now, if Dak can't get it together, you got to put Cooper Rush back in. You cannot afford to throw your season away on Dak if he's not physically ready to be back. So, I don't know. I like Chicago at the 9.5. I really do. I think Dallas is going to win, but I think 9.5 is too much to give Chicago. I really do. Especially after the way they played Monday night. I think they're going to ride that. I think they're going to cover that. Dallas will win, but Chicago will cover. Miami, 3.5-point favorite at Detroit. I like Miami. I mean, Detroit is flat out terrible. I mean, there's no other way to describe it. Miami, take them. Minnesota, 3.5-point favorite at home against Arizona. Well, you got to go with Minnesota. Minnesota's 5-1. I mean, come on. They're definitely the surprise so far. One of them. I mean, they're just playing good ball. I mean, I can't deny it. Even though, like I said, I'll say it again, I still do not believe Kirk Cousins is going to take you to the promised land. But right now, Minnesota's just playing damn good ball. They are playing really good. I got to go with Minnesota at home. Las Vegas Raiders, 1-point favorite at New Orleans. Well, the Raiders ain't nowhere near what everybody thought they were going to be this year. New Orleans is in rebuilding mode. And they're playing Andy Dalton. God. As long as you're playing Andy Dalton, you're irrelevant. But even that being said, I still like New Orleans at home. I think they're better than the Raiders. Jets are a 2.5-point underdog against the New England Patriots. I don't understand this line. I really don't. I understand it's been, 20 years since the Jets were favored over New England, you know, midpoint of the season, whatever. But hey, another team that's surprising me, the Jets are playing good ball. I mean, I don't know if they're playing a really good ball, but they're doing enough to win the games. Zach Wilson, I don't know if he's still the answer. Joe Flacco, definitely, you got to build for the future. He's a good backup. He's a veteran. He's a journeyman. He's a good to have as a backup, but he's not the future. Jets. I got to go with the Jets at home. I don't understand the line. I really don't. I like the Jets in this game. I really do. Philly, 10.5-point favorite at home against Pittsburgh. Well, you might as well get Pittsburgh 20. Pittsburgh is flat out garbage. Take Philly. They're going to roll the Steelers decisively by at least 14. Take Philly. Tennessee, 2.5-point favorite at Houston. Tennessee's on a 4-game winning streak. Another team that started slow that's firing back. 4-game winning streak, make it 5. They will beat Houston on the road. Houston is terrible. Houston, we have a Texan problem. Take Tennessee. Indy, 2.5-point favorite at home against the Commanders. You know, honestly, I'm not looking at much at them beating Green Bay because I don't think it's just like Tampa Bay. Aaron Rodgers is a shell of himself, and Washington took advantage. But the Commanders, I mean, they're average. I mean, they're probably mediocre, but they're not too bad. But I like Indy at home. San Francisco coming off that horrible loss against Kansas City. They're a 1.5-point favorite actually at the Rams. I think San Francisco is 4-3 or 3-4, one of the two, and Rams are 3-3. Rams got to win this game, but will they? I think San Francisco is going to rebound. I like San Francisco on the road. New York Giants, the 6-1 New York Giants, may I add, at Seattle, but Seattle is a 3-point favorite. I know Seattle came off that big victory against the Chargers last week. See, the New York Giants, let me explain something to you. The New York Giants are the prime example of what can happen when you have a coach that knows what the hell he's doing. The New York Giants, a team that was 4-13 last year and has basically been terrible for the last decade. They get a good coach out of Houston. A good coach, that's all it took, because the Giants really didn't change much of anything. They're 6-1 with Daniel Jones. Listen to that. 6-1 with Daniel Jones. And I looked at Daniel Jones' numbers. He's put up, 6 touchdowns and 2 interceptions? I mean, come on. He's mediocre on his best day. But it's a prime example of what can happen when you have the right coach. And guess what? He's making it work with Daniel Jones. I think that ultimately will cost the Giants in the end because I don't think Daniel Jones is a franchise quarterback. But the coach is making it work. So I like the Giants on the road, actually. I like the Giants to keep it going. Sunday night. This could get ugly. Buffalo's at home 11-point favorite against Green Bay. God, that seems like a lot of points to be given Green Bay. But Green Bay is playing flat out terrible. I mean, there is something wrong with Green Bay. I don't know what it is. Aaron Rodgers is being Karen Rodgers. Green Bay they're just not themselves. Something is going on with that organization. And again, it could be the team. I don't think it's so much Rodgers, but Green Bay's in trouble. Green Bay is in trouble. I don't see it's going to take an act of God because Buffalo is easily one of the best teams in football right now, if not the best. They're at home on Sunday Night Football. I'm taking a chance here. I think Green Bay will cover the 11 points. Buffalo is going to win, but I think Green Bay will cover the 11 points. But if they didn't, it wouldn't surprise me. This could go either way. I could see Green Bay keeping this close, or I could see Green Bay getting rolled. One of the two. Either way, I like Buffalo. It's going to get ugly for Green Bay before it gets better. I got a funny feeling. And Monday Nighter, Cincinnati on Halloween. Of course, they had to keep it orange and black, right? Cincinnati at Cleveland. Cincinnati's a 3.5-point favorite. Well, Cleveland is one of them things where they're kind of the victim of themselves. Kevin Stefanski, in my opinion, is the main problem with Cleveland, despite the fact that they have Jacoby Brissett. But and it's too bad because I think if Deshaun Watson would have been starting the whole time, I think Cleveland probably would be leading this division, honestly. And I'm not just saying that. I believe that. But this is tricky, man. I know everybody's pounding on the Bengals to win, but I'm telling you, Cleveland's had our number lately. Cleveland scares me. I mean, they come out of nowhere sometimes. And I'm telling you, Cincinnati, I know Joe Burrow in the last 2 games, he has lit it up beyond belief. But Cleveland doesn't have a bad defense. Myles Garrett is good. I mean, I don't know. I could see Cleveland keeping this really close. I really do. But I'm taking Cincinnati to win, of course. But I think it's going to be close. So, anyway. I thought I saw somebody I knew. Anyway, there's your Week 8 picks, people. Sorry I'm late, but we'll see you guys soon. Good luck.